Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, y'all.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? Who waiting?
Get the mic. Hey, watch the slant.
Flip it.
Trump. 58, come on. 58, come on. I'm coming after you. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
The first down throw for Winston. And his first pass is incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but it's going to be second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
46, boys, 46. 46 to Mike. Focus, defense, focus. 46, 46.
On third down, Winston. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Ready? Black 25 behind.
Yeah, let's get second.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. That'll be caught by Rice. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
At the Cardinals' 47-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Breida, he'll try the right side. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Winston from the gun on third down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Jameis to throw it. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. A good pickup there of 22.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Green, trouble thing.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Winston now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. It's complete to Drake. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hundley, it's caught. Smith. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
In on the stop, it was Tarvarius Moore.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All day, every day, any day. 56.
From the 36, Hundley. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Check 26, check 26. Wait. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Check Mike 57.
Following the interception, Winston. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
57, come on. Stay with your man.
Winston. And that'll be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Winston. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll throw again. Winston. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Check. Watch 54.
Now Hundley. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Come on, QB, come on. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. 3 buzz. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Switch up. Hey, Watson. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing, Hundley. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. That is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
You. Check 37. Hey, fall.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. The 20. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Now a give coming right is Breida. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come out here in the eye. On third down, here's Coleman. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. This situation in the fourth quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Hundley now, just 2 of 5 since coming on, but he does have a first down here.
Let him know. Hey, switch gears. Yep.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. It's a party now. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Here's second and 8. And this one complete to Smith. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. And the Cardinals first down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
He's coming, double up. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Zip it. Watch the run. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Man, I got you.
Back to throw now on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's Winston. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
57, Mike, 57.
Watch the slants. Watch the slants.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. That'll go down as an 84-yard punt return as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is down to 2. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here we go. And 58 is the Mike. Well, 58 is the Mike. Let's go.
Now Winston. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is brought in at the 21. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready?
54. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. 66.
They'll run on first down. Jeffries. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second and 1. Hundley. He's got Smith here. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Check. Hey, twist. Watch the twist. 36. Liam.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Brings up second and 2 at the 29-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Winston. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. On first down, Jeffries. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
Now the second down throw on target. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On third down, Jeffries. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 33 and a first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On second down, it's Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of routing, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Right there, 54.
Second and 8 at the 37-yard line.
That's trash. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Get that quarterback. And all, yes, yeah. Watch out. Check Mike 54.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hundley. Johnson's got it complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Come on, set. Come on, 60 out long.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, defense. Let's go. 54. Mike, 54.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, watch it.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run with Coleman on first down, and he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position. And
think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. In your face.
They'll run on first down. Jeffries, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. The Cardinals on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19.
54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They run again with Breida. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Ready. Blue ready.
Come on. Trips. Check three.
Here we go.
Jameis to throw it. That escapes the sack. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursed, and he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Nick Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but now it's 3rd and goal. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will be, 38 yards out. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
We own them. Shift. Come on. Sunday.
57. Mike.
5-0. Easy.
57. Go. 57 to Mike. All right.
Here we go.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Here's Winston. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
This is Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
46 to Mike.
Winston to throw. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Flip. Mike 96.
Let's go, Harry.
Now Winston on 4th down.
Give me something.
Man open, Rice. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
First down.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
57's the Mike. Watch 57. You got nothing there.
Now Winston. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Watch the slant.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jeffries, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, pick it. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And off the upright, and it caroms in. It's good. The kick is good, and that writes a crazy finish to this one. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Cards, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll limp to the finish line with a final record of 5-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young,